Hey guys, B-Man here. Welcome to today's video. Today we've got an awesome one for you guys. What we have today is a new camo swap glitch for Season 3 Reloaded, guys. It's not really new, it's just a new way of doing it because we thought that it was patched on how to be able to do this, and some updated information has made this possible again, guys. The updated information is the fact that player 2 can actually edit their class as player 2, which we thought was patched and we weren't able to do anymore, but it turns out we can still do that. So which means you can actually still do the broken account camo swap glitch as player 2, and you can camo swap and dupe over camos onto any gun for other players, guys. It's absolutely awesome, and that's what today's video is. I'm going to show you how to do a broken accounts camo swap glitch as a player 2 to be able to put camos from any of your guns onto any other gun and onto the other player. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me an awesome comment. Say, hey, shout out to Alan for bringing us this updated information in Discord about that player 2's able to edit their class. We'll have a quick word about today's sponsor, and then we'll get straight onto this, guys. If you want to unlock Dark Matter, Abyss, and Nebula camos in Black Ops 6, or grind them extremely quickly in bot lobbies, be sure to check out MitchCactus. They're the biggest and most reliable in Call of Duty, which will help you with weekly events and rare bundle codes for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Browse their 1,500 verified Trustpilot reviews and thousands of personalized vouchers. They're the go for all your things Call of Duty. Use code BMAN for 5% off, and thanks MitchCactus for sponsoring today's video. Okay, now for this one, this is the account we're going to be duplicating the camos and stuff from. So we need this to be in its permanently camo swapping ability account, right? So we need to break the account. I know that's confusing right now, you will understand in a second. To break the account, we need to do the double duplicate and delete through zombies method. So let's do that right now. So what we do is we go to one of our online classes, we find a weapon and we duplicate it 2 times. So we duplicate it once, then we duplicate the duplicate. So we got 2. The first duplicate we equipped into our multiplayer online class. Then we go into private match, multiplayer private match, and then we equipped the second duplicate into our private match class, multiplayer private match. After we've done that, we go back out of here and into zombies mode. Then we need to find those 2 duplicates in zombies, and we need to delete those 2 duplicates from zombies. So we delete this one here and we delete this one here. After we've deleted those 2 duplicates from zombies, we need to head back over into multiplayer private match. We need to go to that slot where we equipped that second duplicate in private match, and we need to edit it. So we go in and we just put an optic on it. You will notice that now that we've put that optic on it, normally it would save that as a blueprint, but it does not save that as a blueprint. We're now at the broken account state. Now this count is set up to be completed to be able to camo swap as player 2. So from this point here, this account is ready to be brought in as player 2, and then we do the final step as player 2, and this account will then be able to camo swap. So we had to do this step here first, and now we log out and we bring this account in as player 2. Now we log into the game as player 1 with the account that we're wanting to duplicate all the camos to. We need to come in, and when we first come into zombies or multiplayer, it needs to only log in and see that connecting screen once. If it rolls that, or if you normally can access ranked and you can't access ranked now, then you need to restart your console. If the first time you come in and you come into your loadouts and then you back out and it does this right here, instead of just coming out nicely, you need to restart your console. What I'm about to show you will not work. So right now, I need to go along and restart my console. I'll catch you right after I've done that. Okay, we've restarted and we've signed into the account as player 1 with the account that we're camo swapping to. You can tell it's going to work because now we don't have a 0 out of 0 for rank play. We'll be able to go into it. So now we're fine. We load into here absolutely fine. There's no double logins or anything. We're good to go. Now, what we're going to show you now is that now player 2 is able to edit their class. He's seen some awesome new information. Massive shout out to Alan over on Discord for bringing this to my attention. So for this, what we can do is we go along, and for this one, you are going to be able to save camos on any gun that you like, even if it's locked, as long as player 2 can access that gun. So what we do is we bring in player 2. Now, we just started breaking player 2, and now we need to finish breaking the player 2's account while they're player 2 so that they can camo swap. Now, to do so, all we need to do is, as player 2, we need to go along and duplicate a gun 2 times. Now, you will see at this point here, player 2 is not able to go into here and access their loadouts from here. If player 2 tries to go into here, it just sees player 1's loadout. Now, in order for player 2 to be able to access their loadout, player 2 needs to go in and select the select mission on player 2's controller. Player 2 needs to come into here and come into here and get all the way to this screen here. Then on player 2's controller, they can come through and select edit loadouts. Yes, guys, player 2 can still edit their loadouts. Massive shout out to Alan for making me aware of this, because this makes it so we can go back to doing all this camo swapping method is back. So now player 2 can go along and they can break their account so they can camo swap. To do so, all they do is go to a gun and say duplicate on it. They say duplicate and it's not going to create more. We've broken the account. What's happening now is it's just pulling whatever's on that blueprint, whether it's a camo or whatever it is. So we can go along and find any gun that we've got saved with a camo on it that we like. You can do Modern Warfare camos. They just won't display on the gun, but you can do them and they will dupe over and everything. When someone takes that gun into Warzone, it will then display. So Modern Warfare camos do work, but you can use any camo you like. So we can go to duplicate on this nebula. Then we just go along and say create new on any weapon. Just like that, we create new and it comes with nebula. Now we back out of here with player, that was all with player 2. Now with player 1's controller, we go out of here all the way out to this screen right here. Then with player 2's controller, we go back in. Now player 1 has player 2's gun equipped with the camo that they had on it. Player 1 can now go along and make a change to that blueprint, and now they save that gun with that camo. It's simple as, easy as, they can now back out of that screen to this screen here. Player 2 can just go straight back in, come back into this screen on player 2 and change their gun. They can now go along and they could grab any camo, say duplicate on another gun. They could say create new on another weapon, say whether it's the Ladra, say create new on that one. And now back all the way out on player 1, backs out all the way out to this screen here, and player 2 comes in. Now player 1 has that camo on the Ladra. Now player 1 can go along and save that gun with that on it. It's just as simple as this. Now you can just go along and you can just keep that process until you've got all of the guns camo swapped on, whether they're the locked ones or whatever it is. You can use this to equip and run the locked guns on player 1. So player 2, all they need to do is player 2 needs to be the one that goes into this point here. Player 2's controller has to go through that and come to here. Now, I don't want to overcomplicate this video, so I'm just going to leave this simple on the camo swapping part, and this is it. This is how you'll be able to use player 2 to go along. You can go along and grab camos off other guns. You can create guns like this. You can have player 2 that's broken, so it can camo swap the camo that you want from the gun that you want, whether you own the camo or not. This profile doesn't own any of these camos that it's swapping over, and it's able to swap them over and then dupe them over to the other account. Simple as, easy as, and we're just going to leave it there. So once you got the gun there, count on player 2. Player 2 comes in on this screen, and then player 1 has that gun with that camo and everything, guys, with attachments and all sorts. It's absolutely amazing. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me that awesome comment. We'll jump in and we'll show you this final. We'll end this with the seeing that this actually works in game, and we'll load in game with this weapon. So here we go right here. Also, if you don't want it to save with padlocks, save camos to base guns, not blueprints, okay? If you save it to blueprints that you don't own, you'll get a padlock. If you want it with no padlock, save it to a base gun. And as you see, here it is in game. It works in game and everything, but you get the gun saved and everything. You can use the guns and everything, guys. Simple as, easy as. So you guys know the deal. Get down there if you haven't already. Smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me that awesome comment and keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching my videos, and I'll catch you on the next one. B-Man